Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. I'm going to start a little differently than usual by telling you about a couple of things we're hoping you can help us out with in the coming weeks and months. Number one is that we are continuing to host a warming station for the city, an overnight warming station through the end of April. It is open 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and we are looking for some help cleaning and would love, particularly on the days when our sexton, Mark, doesn't work, we need someone to come and just do some basic cleanup afterwards. There's a lot of flexibility about the timing of that, but we have put together a sign-up genius and we would love your help. The particular days that that Mark doesn't work are Monday and Saturday, so those are the most helpful, but any day we would love your help in keeping that warming station going. We are also, I just sent out last week or earlier this week an invitation to sign up for spring greeting and fellowship hour help coffee crew, and I would love it if you would look for that in your email and sign up. We got a lot of folks helping with greeting, which is awesome, so those spots are, at least for the next couple months, filled up. There's a couple more months after that on the sign up, so you can still go and sign up to greet, but we particularly need help for coffee crew. So that is setting up and cleaning up from our fellowship time, making coffee and tea, putting out drinks. It is helpful if whoever is doing it picks up milk or cream. If we are all out of that, sometimes we're not. Some people like to bring food for fellowship time, but that's not a requirement at all. That's up to you. Mostly the important thing is making coffee and tea and putting out drinks. And we would love your help with that. So if you can go check your email, find that invitation to sign up. And if you can't find it, let me know and I can resend it. And we'd love to have you sign up. We've got folks signed up for this week, but then basically not after that. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me or Erica. We do have some videos on our website which show you exactly how to do fellowship hour. So they show you how to make coffee, all that. So if you don't know what you're doing, we do have videos to help you out. Now I want to jump into the different events that are coming up. We have two groups that are meeting this week. Tonight I am holding a caring circle, our March caring circle. And our topic for this month is for those whose lives have been touched by suicide in some way, and that can mean whatever it means for you. We've had a recent death by suicide in our congregation, and I know that people have lots of other stories about loved ones who have either attempted or completed suicide, and I would love to hold space for you tonight. To share and process and think about what it is like to survive a suicide loss or to know folks who have attempted. So that's tonight at 7:30. I will be in room 6 here at the church. You are also welcome to join on Zoom, and I'll put that link in the comments. And today is Tuesday, March 19th. This Thursday, March 21st, our caregivers group is meeting online with Sadie. It's the same link as the caring circle that's happening tonight, same Zoom link, and that is for anyone who is caring for loved ones, particularly aging loved ones. And Sadie would be happy to have you join for mutual support and sharing around the experience of being a caregiver. This Sunday, there's a lot going on. So we're starting our morning with a Sunday worship service, and I'm really looking forward to this one. We're going to be talking about how our faith transforms over time, and we transform as we age. And we're going to do a ritual to honor elders in our community. I've got 18 folks in the congregation, self-identified elders, who are going to be part of that ritual. I think it's going to be really beautiful and a lovely way to honor and hear from them. So I hope you'll join us for that. After church on Sunday, we are having our Spring Leadership Summit, and we're calling it a Leadership Summit because that's what we usually call them, but our topic is what's really important, which is that we're going to talk about what it's going to be like to be out of our building for at least 5 months. We will be able to use parts of our building during construction, but we'll definitely be out of the sanctuary for a good chunk of that time, and other parts of the building as well. So it'll be very different. We're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to talk about what we're excited about, what we're worried about. I'm going to share some updates about what we know so far, and then we're going to go into some breakout groups and talk about worship, faith formation for children and youth, and programs for adults. Those will be the 3 breakout groups. So that's going to be 11:30 to 1:30. We will feed you lunch. It would be great if you could register, if you could RSVP so that we know how many people to plan for lunch. And we do have childcare available during that time. So if you would like to come and your kiddos need somewhere to go, we'll have childcare for them. We are, again, it's helpful for us to know if your kids are going to stay, but it's okay if you can also just show up. So that is Sunday, 11:30 to 1:30. And then at 3 o'clock, we are holding a memorial service for Paula Super. Everyone is invited. I am sure I will see a lot of you there. So it's a busy Sunday, and I look forward to being with you all in all these different ways. Next Monday is our next poetry sharing circle that's led by Ellen Fisher on Zoom. Ellen usually sends out the Zoom link a few days beforehand, so watch your email for that. And it's for folks who like to write or read poetry, either one, to do some sharing and writing together. Next Sunday, March 31st, is Easter, which is always a celebratory worship here. We are doing child dedications that Sunday. We've got at least 3 kiddos who we're going to be dedicating, which will be wonderful to welcome them into our community and say that we're so glad you're here. And after the service, we will have an Easter egg hunt for our kiddos. So we do have a little form that Sadie would love it if you would fill out if you're planning to be there that Sunday and be part of the egg hunt, because then we can make sure we have enough eggs for everyone. And she is definitely going to be looking for some volunteers to hide eggs as well. They are stuffed, but they need to be hidden. So watch for more information about that. Then it's going to be April, can you believe it? And on April 1st, Harry Perkeiser and I are holding a book discussion on this book, on repentance and repair, which we mentioned in worship a few weeks ago. We also are inviting you, if you don't have time to read the whole book, there is a 1-hour podcast that'll give you kind of the basics. I'll put the link in the comments for that. So you can feel free to also just listen to the podcast and then join in our conversation. So that's going to be from 7 to 8:30 on April 1st in the Campbell Chapel. We would love to have you join us for some conversation about that. On April 6th, we are having a musical performance, musical and storytelling performance by a musician named Kimayo, and she is going to be here in our sanctuary doing that. The performance is called My Queer Faith. And she really explores the intersection of faith and queer identity and her journey within that. I have heard great things about the performance. I've heard her sing, and she's a wonderful musician. It's going to be 4 o'clock on April 6th, and it'll be about an hour 15 minutes, and then we'll take a little break, have some refreshments, and then we're going to have a panel conversation about how can New Hampshire be be a welcoming state? How are we already living into that, and how can we be more welcoming to the LGBTQ plus community? We have some great folks lined up for that panel. We have some folks in local government. We have a mental health worker. We've got some folks from the State House. So I think it's going to be a really rich panel about our state and how we can be a welcoming place for the LGBTQ plus community. April 13th is our next round of Circle Dinners. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'll put the link in the comments to where you can sign up. We'd love to have you be a part of those. We're going to have, once again, Circle Dinners and Kids Movie Night at Church. Check out the newsletter for more info or click on the link to the form. You can also find more information about them there. And the NAACP Freedom Fund Dinner is coming up on May 10th, which is really far away, but you should get your tickets now because they are going to sell out, and it's a really great event, a great community event, and we are going to be one of the sponsors again this year. I know I plan to be there, and I'd love to see you there as well. I'll put the link in the comments with more info and to buy those tickets. Okay, that was a lot. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. I hope you are having a good week, and I hope I will see you at one of the many, many things happening this weekend.